Hi, Dr. Slater. This is going to be my album review presentation. I wanted to kind of talk to you about who I chose for my album review and why I thought they were so great that I wanted to write a whole paper about them. But for my album review, I chose R. Carlos Nakai, and for the specific album, I actually chose one that I thought was a little fitting because it's called From Graceful Fields, Classical Works for Native American Flute. As you know, flute is something that's really important to me. I know it's important to you, so I thought it'd be really cool if I did my album review over something with flute music in it. And after listening to this album, and it's about 41 minutes long, 7 songs, so it's nothing crazy, but there was a lot of really good content in this album that I really got to learn quite a bit of stuff, not only about just Native American flute music in society right now, but just the artist as well. Kind of a few things about R. Carlos Nakai. He's from North America, he was in the Navy, and that's really kind of where he found his place sharing flute music and music with the public. He'd kind of always been playing since high school and college level, but when he started playing for the Armed Forces Band in the Navy, that's when he really started to find a way to share that other than just in his private life. He's from Ute and Navajo heritage, and so the Native American flute is something that's really connected to that culture, kind of the Southwest region, and I think we kind of covered that in class. So I thought that was a little bit cool to kind of see a little bit of that when I was talking about this guy. So in his album, there's 7 songs, and one that I'm actually playing for you right now, if I'll turn up, is called Impatience. And that is my personal favorite from this album because it kind of has a tie to something that's not necessarily related to Native American flute music. I'll kind of let you listen for a few seconds before I talk. So the title is called Impatience, but it's actually spelt a little bit different. And when I kind of looked it up to get a little bit more detail on it, I found out that it's actually the same name as a type of flower that's found kind of in the southwest region of North America and that's used really frequently in Native American medicine. And so I kind of took that as a little bit of inspiration to try to find a story based on this song. And I thought it was really cool. In a lot of his songs that he uses, it's not just flute music. He uses piano, he uses trumpet, he uses a lot of women's vocals and men's vocals just to supplement. And he also even uses some things like rattles and whistles and things that we've also learned in classes, types of instrumentation. So he really has a broad range of other instruments that he uses to kind of supplement his flute music, but it's still his own, drive and his own tune part of it. Many of his songs kind of took the same kind of tune with them. They're really, kind of a slower, more wholesome type of music. You're not going to find the same thing maybe on a pop channel that you'd listen to nowadays, but I think it's very, very calming, relaxing music that you really can ground yourself in, and that's what I've chosen to do while I've been doing this presentation, is just, really find time to close my eyes while I'm listening to this and think about, what could this mean outside of this is just notes on paper. And because there's such depth to his instrumentation and some of the other things he does in this music, it really helps you use your imagination to not only think about maybe what the artist was thinking while he was making this, but what this means specifically for you. And I think that was something that I've not only learned by doing this little album review, but just in this class in general. It's been very, very interesting to learn how to take something that someone else has made and someone else has purpose and meaning in and try to find a way to piece it into your own life and say, how could this connect to me? But I really found a lot of awesome things when I was writing about our Carlos Nakai. Some of his other songs in the album are Morning Glory, The Sun, Angelica, and Silence of Past Days, and I just think that all of these tunes kind of flow together into this big story that this album has. And if you listen to it from start to finish from the first song, I really kind of was able to paint a picture that I talked a little bit more in depth in my album review paper. But I just had such an awesome time doing this and having the chance to really take a deep dive into a Native American artist and just in this class in general. So I just want to say thank you. And then I hope this was good. Thank you.